some motions to go with the sonnet. So if you guys are ready to perform Sonnet 65, then begin.
Since brass nor stone nor earth nor boundless sea, but sad mortality o'ersways their power, how with this rage shall beauty hold a plea, whose action is no stronger than a flower? Oh, how shall summer's honey breath hold out against the wrathful siege of battering days? When rocks impregnable are not so stout, nor gates of steel so strong but time decays. O fearful meditation, where, alack, shall time's best jewel from time's chest lie hid? Or what strong hand can hold his swift foot back? Or who his spoil of beauty can forbid? Oh, none, unless this miracle have might, that in black ink my love may still shine bright.
This story is about Hamlet, the Prince of Denmark, who is called the Melancholy Dane. When you watch our play, you'll see that Prince Hamlet has much to be depressed about. For one thing, his father has died suddenly while Hamlet was away at school. To make matters worse, his mother quickly married his uncle Claudius, who became king instead of young Hamlet. These events are the cause of Hamlet's depression. He had no hope of escape from his unhappiness until, late one night, on the castle tower, a ghost appeared to Hamlet's friends. It was the ghost of Hamlet's father with a message for his son.
Wow, Bernardo!
Say, what is Horatio there?
A piece of him.
Welcome, Horatio. Welcome to my sons.
Has this thing appeared again?
I have seen nothing.
Horatio says 'tis but our fantasy.
Tush, tush, 'twill not appear.
Peace! Break thee off! Look where it comes again!
In the same figure, like the king had said.
What art thou that usurps this time of night? By heaven, I charge thee, speak!
It's offended.
See that it stops.
Stay, speak! I charge thee, speak!
'Tis gone and will not answer.
Oh no, Horatio. Isn't this something more than fancy?
Before my God, I might not this believe without the sensible and true avouch of mine own eyes. Break where watch I, and by my advice, let us impart what we have seen tonight unto young Hamlet. For upon my life, this spirit, dumb to us, will speak to him.
King Claudius rejoices in his marriage to Queen Gertrude, while he responds to the aggression of Prince Fortinbras of Norway.
Though yet of Hamlet, our dear brother's death, the memory be green, our sometime sister, now our queen, have we, with dirge in marriage, and with mirth in funeral, taken to wife. Now follows, that young Fortinbras hath not failed to pester us with the surrender of those lands by his father to our most valiant brother. We have here writ to Norway, uncle of young Fortinbras, to suppress his further gate herein, and dispatch you, good Cornelius and Voltimand, as bearers of this greeting to old Norway. Farewell, and let your haste commend your duty.
In that in all things will we show our duty.
And now, Laertes, you told us of some suit. What is it, Laertes?
My dread lord, your leave in favor to return to France.
Have you your father's leave? What says Polonius?
He hath, my lord, wrung from me my slow leave by laborsome petition.
Take thy fair hour, Laertes. But now my cousin Hamlet, and my son.
A little more than kin and less than kind.
How is it that the clouds still hang on you?
Not so, my lord. I am too much in the sun.
Good Hamlet, cast thy nighted color off. Do not forever with thy veiled lids seek for thy noble father in the dust. Thou knowest 'tis common, all that lives must die.
Aye, madam. It is common.
Why seems it so particular with thee?
Seems, madam. Nay, it is. 'Tis not alone my inky cloak, good mother. No, nor the fruitful river in the eye, together with all forms, moods, shapes of grief, that can denote me truly. These indeed see. But I have that within, which passeth show. These, but the trappings and suits of woe.
It is sweet and commendable in your nature, dear Hamlet, to give these morning duties to your father. But you must know, your father lost a father. That father lost his. For your intent in going back to school in Wittenberg, 'tis most retrograde your desire.
Let not thy mother lose her prayers, Hamlet. I pray thee stay with us, go not to Wittenberg.
I shall in all my best obey you, madam.
'Tis a loving and a fair reply. Come, madam, come. This gentle and unforced accord of Hamlet sits smiling to my heart.
Oh, that this too solid flesh would melt. Or that the everlasting had not fixed his cannon against self-slaughter. But 2 months dead, so excellent a king, so loving to my mother, why she would hang on him, and yet within a month. Frailty, thy name is woman! Married with my uncle, my father's brother, yet no more like my father than I to Hercules. But break my heart, for I must hold my tongue. What make you from Wittenberg, Horatio?
My lord, I came to see your mother's wedding.
I think it was to see my father's funeral.
Indeed, my lord. It followed hard upon.
Would I had met my dearest foe in heaven than ever I had seen that day, Horatio. My father, he thinks I see my father.
My lord, I think I saw him yesterday.
Saw? Who?
My lord, the king, your father.
The king, my father.
2 nights together had these gentlemen, Marcellus and Bernardo, on their watch been thus encountered. A figure like your father. Thrice they walked by their oppressed and fear-surprised eyes. And I with them the 3rd night kept the watch, where the operation comes.
'Tis very strange.
As I do live, my honored lord, 'tis true.
I'll watch tonight. Perchance 'twill walk again.
I warrant it will.
If it assume my noble father's person, I'll speak to it, though hell itself should gape and bid me hold my peace.
Our duty
to your honor.
Farewell. My father's spirit in arms. All is not well. I doubt some foul play. Would the night were come! Till then, sit still, my soul. Foul deeds will rise, though all the earth o'erwhelm them to men's eyes.
The son of Polonius, Claudius's advisor, is headed back to college in France. He says goodbye to his sister Ophelia, warning her not to encourage Hamlet's romantic interests.
My necessaries are embarked. Farewell. And sister, do not sleep, but let me hear from you.
Do you doubt that?
For Hamlet, and the trifling of his favor, for the perfume and suppliance of a minute, no more. Perhaps he loves you now, but you must fear, for he himself is subject to his birth.
How shall the effect of this good lesson keep his watchman to my heart?
I stayed too long, but here, my father comes.
Yet here, Laertes, aboard for ship. There, my blessing with thee, and these few precepts in thy memory look thou careful. Be thou familiar, but by no means vulgar. Those friends thou hast, grapple them unto thy soul with hoops of steel. Give every man thy ear, but few thy voice.
but reserve thy judgment. Costly thy habit as thy purse can buy, but not expressed in fancy, rich, not gaudy, for the apparel oft proclaims the man. Neither a borrower nor a lender, for loan oft loses both itself and friend. This, above all, to thine own self be true, and it must follow, as the night, the day. Thou canst not then be false to any man. Farewell. My blessing season this in thee.
Most humbly do I take my leave, my fair lord. Farewell, Ophelia, and remember well what I have said to you.
'Tis in my memory locked, and you yourself shall keep the key of it.
Farewell.
What is't, Ophelia, he hath said to you?
So please you, something touching the Lord Hamlet.
What is between you? Give me up the truth.
He hath, my lord, of late given many tenders of his affection to me.
Do you believe his tenders, as you call them?
My lord, he hath importuned me with love in honorable fashion, and has given countenance to his speech, my lord, with almost all the holy vows of heaven.
I would not, in plain terms, have you, from this time forth, give word or talk with the Lord Hamlet. Look to it, I charge you.
I shall obey, my lord.
Late at night, Hamlet joins his friends on the castle tower, hoping to see his father's ghost. When the ghost appears, he reveals to Hamlet that he was murdered by his own brother, King Claudius.
What hour now?
I think it lacks of 12.
No, it is struck.
Indeed, I heard it not.
Look, my lord, it comes.
Angels and ministers of grace defend us. I'll speak to thee. I'll call thee Hamlet. King, father, royal Dano, answer me.
It beckons you to go away with it.
It will not speak, and I will follow it. Go on, I'll follow thee.
To what issue will this come?
Something is rotten in the state of Denmark.
Heaven will direct it.
Nay, let's follow her.
Where wilt thou lead me? Speak! I'll go no further.
I am thy father's spirit. If thou ever didst thy dear father love, revenge is foul, and most unnatural murder.
Murder!
Murder most foul.
Haste me to know it, that I may sweep to my revenge.
Brief, let me be. Sleeping within my orchard, upon my secure hour thy uncle stole, and in the porches of my ear didst pour the leprous distilment. Thus was I, sleeping by a brother's hand of life, of crown, of queen, at once dispatched. Oh horrible, most horrible. Fare thee well at once. Adieu, adieu. Hamlet, remember me.
O all you host of heaven! O earth! O most pernicious woman! O smiling, smiling, damned villain! My tables. Meat it is, I set it down, that one may smile, and be a villain. At least I'm sure it may be so in Denmark. Now, uncle, to my word. It is Adieu, adieu. Remember me. I have sworn it.
Heaven secure him!
So be it.
What news, my lord?
There's ne'er a villain dwelling in all Denmark, but he's an arrant knave.
There needs no ghost, my lord, come from the grave to tell us this.
Why, right? You are in the right, and so, I hold it fit, we shake hands and part. For your desire to know what is between us, or master it as you may, never make known what you have seen tonight.
My lord, we will not.
Nay, but swear it.
Swear!
You hear this, fellow? Come on.
Swear!
Lay your hands again upon my soul. Never to speak of this that you have heard. Swear by my soul.
Swear!
Rest, perturbed spirit. So, gentlemen, let us go in together. The time is out of joint. Oh, cursed spite, that ever I was born to set it right.
Polonius sends his servant Rinaldo to spy on his son at school in Paris, and his daughter reveals that Hamlet is madly in love with her.
Give him this money and these notes, good Reynolds. Before you visit him, make inquire of his behavior.
My lord, I didn't intend it.
Well said. Very well said. Look, you sir, inquire first what Danes are in Paris, and how and who, what means, and where they keep. And finding by this drift of question that they do know my son, take you some distant knowledge of him. As thus, I know his father and his friends, and impart him. Do you mark this, Reynaldo?
My lord, I have.
And impart him. But, you may say, not well. But if be he, I mean, he's very wise. And there put on him what forgeries you please. Marry, none so rank as may dishonor him, take heed of that.
As gaming, my lord.
Aye, or drinking, fencing, swearing, quarreling, drabbing. You may go so far.
My lord, that would dishonor him.
Faith, no. Your body and converse him you would sound. Rest assured, he closes with you in this consequence. Good sir, I know the gentleman. I saw him yesterday, or t'other day, and as you say, there was a gaming, or perchance I saw him enter such a house of sale. See you, your bait of falsehood takes this carp of truth. You have you not?
My lord, I have.
God be with you. Fare you well. What? How now, Ophelia? What is the matter?
Oh, my lord, I am so affrighted.
With what? In the name of God?
My lord, as I was sewing in my closet, the Lord Hamlet, with his doublet all embraced, no hat upon his head, pale as his shirt, knees knocking together, and with a look so piteous and purport, as if he had been loosed out of hell to speak of horrors, he comes before me.
Mad for thy love?
My lord, I do not know, but truly I do fear it.
What said he?
He took me by the wrist, and held me hard, and with his other hand thus o'er his brow, he falls to such a perusal of my face, as though he would draw it. That done, he lets me go, and with his head over his shoulder turned, he finds his way without his eyes, for out of doors he went without their helps, and to the last bended their light on me.
Come, go with me. I will go seek the king. This is the very ecstasy of love, whose violent property fordoes itself. I am sorry. What, have you given him any hard words of late?
No, my lord, but as you did command, I did repel his fetters and deny his access to me.
that hath made him mad. This must be known, which, being kept close, might move more grief to hide than hate to utter love.
The king hires two of Hamlet's classmates, Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, to spy on Hamlet, but Polonius shares his own theory about Hamlet's madness.
Welcome, dear Rosencrantz and Guildenstern. Something you have heard of Hamlet's transformation. I entreat you both, vouchsafe your rest here in our court some little time. So to gather whether by your companies, whether aught afflicts him thus, that lies within our remedy.
Good gentlemen, he hath much talked of you. If it please you to expend your time with us a while, your visitation shall receive such thanks as fits a king's remembrance.
Both your majesties might put your dread pleasures more to command than to entreaty.
But we both give up ourselves to be commanded, of course.
Thanks, Rosencrantz and gentle Guildenstern.
Thanks, Guildenstern and gentle Rosencrantz. And I beseech you instantly to visit my too much changed son. Go, some of you, and take these gentlemen where Hamlet is.
Heavens make our presence and practices pleasant and helpful to him.
Aye, amen.
The ambassadors from Norway, my good lord, are joyfully returned.
Thou still hast been the father of good news.
Have I, my lord? I assure, my good liege, I do believe that I have found the very cause of Hamlet's lunacy.
Oh, speak of that. That do I long to hear.
Give fast admittance to the ambassadors. My news shall be the fruit to that great feast.
Thyself do grace to them, and bring them in. My dear Gertrude, he tells me he hath found the head and source of all your son's distemper.
I doubt it is no other but the main, his father's death and our hasty marriage.
We shall sift him. Welcome, my dear friends. Say, Voltimorns, what from our brother Norway?
Most fair return of greetings and desires. He sent out to suppress his nephew's levies, what he truly found to be against your highness.
For at grief sends out arrest on fort and vest which he in grief obeys, and makes vow before his uncle nevermore to take arms against your majesty.
Whereon old Norway, overcome with joy, gives him 3,000 crowns in annual fee.
It likes us well. We thank you for your well-took labor. Go to your rest. Tonight we'll feast together. Most welcome home.
This business is well ended. My liege and madam, to expostulate what majesty should be, what duty is, why day is day, night night, and time is time, were nothing but to waste night, day, and time. Therefore, since brevity is the soul of wit, and tediousness the limbs and outward flourishes, I will be brief. Your noble son is mad.
More matter with less art?
Madam, I swear I used no art at all. That he is bad, 'tis true. 'Tis true, 'tis pity. And pity 'tis true. A foolish figure, but farewell it, for I will use no art. I have a daughter who, in her duty and obedience, mark, hath given me this. Now gather and surmise. To the celestial and my soul's idol, the most beautified Ophelia. That's an ill phrase, a vile phrase. Beautified is a vile phrase. but you shall hear.
Came this from Hamlet to her?
Good madam, stay a while. I will be faithful. Thou the stars are fire. Thou that the sun doth move. Doubt truth to be a liar, but never doubt I lose. Oh, dear Ophelia, I love thee best, believe it. Hamlet.
But how hath she received his love?
I precepts gave her that she should lock herself from his resort, which done, she took the fruits of my advice, and he, repulsed, a short tale to make, fell into the madness, wherein now he raves.
How may we try it further?
You know, sometimes he walks 4 hours together here in the lobby.
So he does indeed.
At such a time, I'll loose my daughter to it. Be you and I behind an arras then. Mark the encounter.
We will try it.
But look, where sadly the poor wretch comes reading.
Away, I do beseech you. Both away. I'll board him presently. Oh, give me leave. How does my good lord Hamlet?
Well, God a mercy.
Do you know me, my lord?
Have you a daughter?
I have, my lord.
Let her not walk i' the sun. Friend, look to it.
What say you by that? Still harping on my daughter? I'll speak to him again. What do you read, my lord?
Words. Words? Words. Slander, sir. For the satirical rogue says, here, that old men have grey beards, that their faces are wrinkled. For yourself, sir, should be as old as I am if, like a crab, you could go backward.
Oh, this be madness. Yet there is method in it. Will you walk out of the air, my lord?
Into my grave.
Indeed, that is out of the air. How pregnant sometimes his replies are. My honorable lord, I will most humbly take my leave of you.
You cannot, sir, take from me anything that I will more willingly part with all, except my life. Except my life. Except my life.
Fare you well, my lord.
These tedious old fools.
My most honored lord.
My most dear lord.
My excellent good friends! How dost thou, Guildenstern? Ah, Rosencrantz, good lads, how do ye both?
As the indifferent children of the earth.
Happy in that we are not over happy. On Fortune's cap, we are not to the very button, nor the soles of her shoes.
Neither, my lord.
What's the news?
None, my lord, that the world's grown honest.
Then is doomsday near. But your news is not true. What have you, my good friends, deserved at the hands of Fortune that she sends you to prison hither?
Prison, my lord?
Denmark's a prison.
We think not so, my lord.
Why then, 'tis none to you. For there is nothing either good or bad, but thinking makes it so. To me, it is a prison. But in the beaten way of friendship, what make you at Elsinore?
To visit you, my lord, no other occasion.
I thank you. Were you not sent for? Is it your own inclining? Is it a free visitation? You were sent for, and there's a kind of confession in your looks.
To what end, my lord?
That you must teach me, but let me conjure you, be even and direct with me, whether you were sent for or no.
What say you?
My lord, we were sent for. I will tell you why. I have of late, wherefore I know not, lost all my mirth, forgone all custom of exercises, and indeed it goes so heavily with my disposition that this goodly frame, the earth, seems to me a sterile promontory. This most excellent canopy, the air, look you, this majestical roof fretted with golden fire. Why, it seems no other thing to me than a foul and pestilent congregation of vapors. What a piece of work is man! How noble in reason, in action how like an angel, in apprehension how like a god. And yet, man delights not in me. No, nor woman neither, though by your smiling you seem to say so.
My lord, there was no such stuff in my thoughts.
Why did you smile then, when I said, man delights not me?
To think, my lord, if you delight not in man, what lenten and attend the players shall receive of you? Hither are they coming to offer you service.
Oh, there are the players, sir. Gentlemen, you are welcome at Elsinore. But my uncle, father, and aunt, mother are deceived.
Deceived in what, my lord?
I am but mad north-northwest. When the wind is southerly, I know a hawk from a handsaw.
When Hamlet hears about an acting troupe arriving at the castle, he develops a plan to expose his father's murder.
Well be with you, gentlemen.
Archie Guildenstern, I will prophesy he comes to tell us of the players. Mark it.
My lord, I have news to tell you. The actors are come hither, my lord. The best actors in the world. Either for tragedy, comedy, history, pastoral, pastoral comical, historical pastoral, tragical historical, tragical comical historical pastoral, scene indivisible, or poem unlimited. Seneca cannot be too heavy, no plot is too light. For the law of writ and the liberty, these are the only men.
You are welcome, masters! Welcome all! Ah, my old friend, thy face is valenced since I saw thee last. Come, a passionate speech.
What speech, my lord?
I heard thee speak me a speech once. 'Twas Aeneas' tale to Dido, especially when he speaks of Priam's slaughter. If it live in your memory, begin at this line. Let me see. It begins with Pyrrhus. The hellish Pyrrhus, old grandsire Priam seeks. So, proceed you.
Forgot, my lord. Well spoken, with good accent and good discretion.
Anon he finds him unequally matched. Pyrrhus at Priam drives and rage strikes wide. But with width and wind of his fell sword, the unnerved father falls. Pyrrhus stood, and like a neutral his will mattered to nothing. Pyrrhus' bleeding sword now falls on Priam.
This is too long.
It shall to the barbers, with your beard. Prithee, say on. Come to Hecuba.
But who had seen the marbled queen?
Marble Queen?
That's good. Muggled queen is good.
Run barefoot up and down when she see Pyrrhus make malicious sport, and mincing with his sword her husband's limbs.
Look, whether she is not turned a color, and has tears in her eyes. Pray, no
Good, my lord. Will you see the players well bestowed? Do you hear? Look to it.
Come, sir.
Follow that, lord. We'll have a play tomorrow. Thou hear me, old friend? Can you play The Murder of Gonzago?
Aye, my lord.
We'll hat tomorrow night. You could, for an easy, study a speech of some 12 or 16 lines, which I would set down and insert in it. Could you not?
Aye, my lord.
Very well. Follow that, lord, and, look you, mock him not. Gentlemen, you are welcome to Elsinore, but I must leave you till night.
Good, my lord.
Aye, so, God be with you. Now I am alone. Is it not monstrous that this player here can force his soul so all his visage waned, tears in his eyes, a broken voice, and all for nothing? For Hecuba! What's Hecuba to him, or he to Hecuba, that he should weep for her? And yet I, a dull and muddy-mettled rascal, can say nothing. No, not for a king, upon whose property and most dear life a damned defeat was made. Am I a coward? Bloody, bawdy villain! Remorseless, treacherous, lecherous, kindless villain! Oh, vengeance! About my brain! I have heard that guilty creatures sitting at a play have, by the very cunning of the scene, been struck so to the soul that presently they have proclaimed their malefactions. I'll have these players play something like The Murder of my father before mine uncle. I'll observe his looks. If he but blench, I know my course. The play's the thing, wherein I'll catch the conscience of the king.
Rosencrantz and Guildenstern could not uncover the cause of Hamlet's madness, but Polonius has a plan to prove that the cause is truly his love for Ophelia.
And can you, by no drift or circumstance, get from him why he puts on this confusion and dangerous lunacy?
He does confess he feels himself distracted, but from what means he will by no means speak.
Nor do we find him forward to be sounded, but with a crafty madness keeps aloof.
Did you essay him to any pastime?
Madam, it so fell out that certain players we all on the way. Of these we did tell him, and there did seem in him a kind of joy to hear of it. They have already ordered this night to play before him.
'Tis most true. And he beseeched me to entreat your majesties to hear and see the matter.
Doth much my heart contend to hear him so inclined. Good, gentlemen, drive his purpose on to these delights. Oh, sweet Gertrude, leave us too. For we have hereby sent for Hamlet hither, that he, as 'twere by accident, may hear affront Ophelia.
I shall obey you. And for thy part, Ophelia, I do hope that your good beauties be the happy cause of Hamlet's wildness. So shall I hope your virtues shall bring him to his wonted way again.
Madam, I wish it may.
Ophelia, walk you here. Gracious, so please you, we will bestow ourselves. Read on this book. I hear him coming. Let's withdraw, my lord.
To be, or
Not to be. That is the question. whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing end them, to die, to sleep, no more, and by a sleep to say we end the heartache, and the 1,000 natural shocks that flesh is heir to, is a consummation devoutly to be wished. To die, to sleep, perchance, to dream, aye, there's the rub. For in that sleep of death, what dreams may come when we have shuffled off this mortal coil must give us pause. There's the respect that makes calamity of so long life. For who would bear the whips and scorns of time, the oppressor's wrong, the proud man's contumely, the pangs of disprized love, and the law's delays, the spurns that patient merit of the unworthy takes, when he himself might his quietus make with a bare bodkin? Who would fardels bear to grunt and sweat under a weary life, but that the dread of something after death, the undiscovered country from whose bourne no traveler returns, puzzles the will, and makes us rather bear those ills we have than fly to others that we know not of. Thus, conscience does make cowards of us all. And thus, the native hue of resolution is sickly dull with a pale cast of thought. And enterprises of great pith and moment with this regard their currents turn awry and lose the name of action. Soft you now. The fair Ophelia, nymph, in thy orisons be all my sins remembered.
Good my lord, how does your honor this many a day?
I humbly thank you. Well.
My lord, I have remembrances of yours that I have longed to read a letter. I pray you now, receive them.
No, not I never gave you aught.
My lord, indeed you did, and with the words of such sweet breath composed, as made the things more rich. But take them back again, for rich gifts wax poor when the givers prove unkind. There, my lord.
Are you honest?
My lord.
Are you fair?
What means your lordship?
That if you be both fair and honest, your honesty should admit no discourse to your beauty.
Could beauty have better commerce than honesty, my lord?
Aye, truly. I did love you once.
Indeed, my lord, you did make me believe so.
You should not have believed me. I loved you not.
I was the more deceived.
Get thee to a nunnery! Why wouldst thou be a breeder of sinners? Where's your father?
At home, my lord.
Let the doors be shut upon him, that he may play the fool nowhere but in his own house. Farewell.
Oh, heavenly powers, restore him.
Go to! I'll no more on it! It hath made me mad! I say we shall have no more marriages. Those that are married already, all but one shall live. The rest shall keep as they are. To a nunnery! Go!
Oh, what a noble mind is here o'erthrown. And I of ladies, most deject and wretched. Woe is me, to have seen what I have seen, to see what I see.
Love? His affections do not that way tend, nor what he spake was not like madness. There's something in his soul, o'er which his melancholy sits on brood. With speed he shall go to England. Happily the seas and countries different shall expel this something settled matter in his heart. What think you on it?
It shall do it. But yet do I believe the origin and commencement of his grief sprung from neglected love. How now, Ophelia? My lord, let his queen mother all alone entreat him to show his grief, and I'll be placed in the ear of all their conference. If she find him not, to England send him, or confine him where your wisdom best shall think.
Shall be so. Madness in great ones must not unwatched go.
Hamlet gives the players an acting lesson before they perform for the king. He is hoping the play they enact will confirm that King Claudius is guilty of killing Hamlet's father.
Speak the speech, I pray you, as I pronounced it to you, trippingly on the tongue. Nor do not saw the air too much with your hand thus, but use all gently.
I warrant your honor.
Be not too tame neither, but let your own discretion be your tutor. Suit the action to the word to the action. Go, make you ready. What ho! Horatio! There is a play tonight before the king. A scene of it comes near the circumstance I told to thee of my father's death. When thou seest the act afoot, I prithee observe mine uncle. If his occulted guilt do not itself unkennel, in one speech, it is a damned ghost that we have seen.
Well, my lord.
They are coming to the play. I must be idle. Get you a place.
How fares our cousin Hamlet?
Excellent to faith. I eat the air. Promise crowned. Be the players ready?
Aye, my lord, they say upon your patience.
Come hither, my dear Hamlet, sit by me.
No, good mother. Here's metal more attractive.
Oh ho, do you mark that?
You are married, my lord.
Who, I?
Aye, my lord.
What should a man do but be married? For, look you, how cheerfully my mother looks, and my father died within these 2 hours.
Nay, 'tis twice 2 months, my lord.
So long? Died 2 months ago? And not forgotten yet? Then there is hope. A great man's memory may outlive his life half a year.
For us and for our tragedy, here stooping to your clemency, we beg your hearing patiently.
His grief, my lord.
As woman's love.
Faith, I must leave thee, love, and shortly too.
Oh, confound the rest. And second husband, let me be accursed. None wed the second, but who killed the first?
Wormwood. Wormwood.
So think thou wilt no second husband wed, when die thy thoughts, when thy first lord is dead.
Both here and hence pursue me lasting strife. If once a widow, ever I be wife.
If she should break it now.
'Tis deeply sworn sweet. Leave me here a while.
Sleep rock thy brain, and never come mischance between us twain.
Good madam, how like you this play?
And the lady protests too much, methinks.
Oh, but she'll keep her word.
What do you call the play?
The Mouse Trap. This play is the image of a murder done in Vienna. This is one Lucianus, nephew to the king.
You are as good as a chorus, my lord.
Begin, murderer.
Thoughts black, drugs fit, no creature seeing, thou mixture rank, thy natural magic, and dire property, unwholesome life, usurp immediately.
he poisons him in the garden for his estate. His name's Gonzago. You shall see anon how the murderer gets the love of Gonzago's wife.
The king rises.
What? Frightened with false fire?
How fares my lord?
Give order the play.
Give me some lights. Away.
Oh, good Horatio. Didst thou perceive?
Very well, my lord.
Upon the talk of the poisoning, I'll take the ghost's word for 1,000 pounds.
The king, sir.
Aye, sir. The king, what of him?
He's in his retirement, most marvelously distempered. And the queen, your mother, in most great affliction of spirit, hath sent me to you.
She wishes to speak with you in her closet ere she go to bed.
We shall obey, were she 10 times our mother. Oh, the recorders. Let me see one. Sir, will you play upon this pipe? It is as easy as lying. Look you, these are the stops.
I have not the skill.
You would play upon me. You would seem to know my stops. Do you think I am easier to be played on than a pipe? Though you can fret me, you cannot play upon me. God bless you, sir.
My lord, the queen would speak with you, and presently.
Then we will come to our mother by and by. Leave me, friends. Soft. Now to my mother. O heart, lose not thy nature. Let me be cruel, not unnatural. I will speak daggers to her, but use none.
Claudius fears Hamlet, so he decides to send him to England with Rosencrantz and Guildenstern as his companions. Meanwhile, Polonius leaves to spy on Hamlet, who finds King Claudius praying alone in a chapel. Given the opportunity, Hamlet still cannot bring himself to avenge his father's murder.
My lord, he is going to his mother's closet. Behind the arras, I'll convey myself to hear the process. Fare you well, my liege. I'll call upon you ere you go to bed, and tell you what I know.
Thanks, my dear lord. Oh, my offense is rank. It smells to heaven. Brother's murder. Pray can I not? My stronger guilt defeats my strong intent. What if this cursed hand were thicker than itself in brother's blood? Is there not rain enough in the sweet heavens to wash it white as snow? Oh, wretched state! Oh, bosom black as death! Help, angels! Bow stubborn knees, and heart with strings of steel. Be soft as sinews of the newborn babe. All may be well.
Now might I do it, Pat. Now he is praying, and now I'll do it! And so he goes to heaven. And so I am revenged. A villain kills my father, and for that I, his sole son, do this same villain send to heaven? No. When he is drunk asleep, or in his rage, or about some act that has no relish of salvation in it, then trip him, that his soul may be black and damned as hell where to it goes. My mother states, this physic but prolongs thy sickly days.
My words fly up. My thoughts remain below. Words without thoughts, never to heaven go.
Hamlet confronts his mother about the scandal of her marriage to Claudius, while Polonius spies on them from behind a curtain.
We'll come straight. Look you, lay hold to it. Tell him his pranks have been too broad to bear. Pray, be round with him.
Mother! Mother! Mother!
I'll warrant you, fear me not. Withdraw, I hear him coming.
How now, mother? What's the matter?
Hamlet, thou hast thy father much offended.
Mother, you have my father much offended.
Why, how now, Hamlet, have you forgotten me?
No, by the rune, not so. You are the queen, your husband's brother's wife, and would it were not so. You are my mother.
Nay then, I'll set those to you that can speak.
Come, come, sit you down. You shall not budge. You go not till I set you up a glass, where you may see the inmost part of you.
What wilt thou do? Thou wilt not murder me? Help, help, help!
What ho? Help, help, help!
How now? A rat! Dead for a ducat! Dead!
Oh, I am slain.
Oh me, what hast thou done?
Nay, I know not. Is it the king?
What a rash and bloody deed is this?
A bloody deed! Almost as bad, good mother, as kill a king and marry with his brother. Thou, wretched, rash, intruding fool. Farewell. I took thee for thy better. Leave wringing of your hands, please sit you down and let me wring your heart.
What have I done, that thou darest wag thy tongue in noise so rude against me?
Look here, on this picture, and on this, 2 brothers. See what grace was seated on this brow. This was your husband. Look you what follows. Here is your husband. Have you eyes? Oh shame, where is thy blush?
Oh Hamlet, speak no more. Thou turnest mine eyes into my very soul, and there I see such black and grain spots as will not leave their taint.
A murderer and a villain! A slave that is not 20th part the tithe of your precedent lord, who from a shelf the precious diadem stole and put it in his pocket.
No more!
A king of shreds and patches! Save me, and hover o'er me with your wings, you heavenly gods. What would your gracious figure?
Alas, he's mad.
Hamlet, look, amazement on thy mother sits. Speak to her, and step between her and our fighting soul.
Whereon do you look?
On him! On him! Look you how pale he glares! You see nothing there?
No, nothing but ourselves.
Why, look you there! Look where it stalks away, my father in his habit as he lived. Look where he goes, even now, out at the portal. Mother, for the love of grace, confess yourself to heaven.
Oh, Hamlet, thou hast cleft my heart in twain.
Oh, throw away the worser part of it, and live the purer with the other half. Good night. For this same Lord I do repent, but heaven hath pleased it so that I must be their scourge and minister. And so again, good night. I must be cruel, only to be kind. One word more, good mother. I must to England, you know that?
Alack, I had forgot. 'Tis so concluded on.
There's letters sealed, and my 2 schoolfellows, whom I will trust as I will adders fanged, they bear the mandate. Come, sir, to draw toward an end with you. Good night, mother.
The king confronts an unrepentant Hamlet about the death of Polonius, and is more alarmed than ever about Hamlet's madness. He gives Rosencrantz and Guildenstern an order that Hamlet be killed when he arrives in England.
I've sent for him to find the body. How dangerous is it that this man goes loose? Now, Hamlet, where is Polonius?
At supper.
Supper where?
Not where he eats, where he is eaten. A certain convocation of politic worms are in at him.
Alas, alas.
A man may fish with a worm that hath eat of a king, and eat of the fish that hath fed of that worm.
What dost thou mean by this?
Nothing but to show you how a king may go progress through the guts of a beggar.
Where is Polonius?
In heaven, send hither to see. If your messenger find him not there, seek him in the other place yourself. But if you find him not within this month, you shall note him as you go up the stairs into the lobby.
Go, seek him there.
He will stay till ye come.
Hamlet, for this deed and for thine especial safety must send thee hence with fiery quickness. Therefore prepare thyself. The bark is set, and everything is bent for England.
For England! Farewell, dear mother.
Thy loving father, Hamlet.
My mother, father and mother, is man and wife. Man and wife is one flesh, and so, my mother.
Follow him, tempt him with speed aboard. I'll have him hence tonight. Pray you, make haste. And England, my love thou hold'st at aught. The present death of Hamlet, do it, England, for like the hectic in my blood he rages, until I know 'tis done. Howe'er mine haps, my joys were ne'er begun.
Everyone at court is grief-stricken because the death of her father has driven Ophelia mad.
She speaks much of her father, and hems in peace her heart. Speaks things in doubt, and carry but half, since her speech is nothing.
Let her come in. To my sick soul, as sin's true nature is, each toy seems prologue to some great amiss. So full of artless jealousy is guilt, it spills itself in fearing to be spilt.
He is dead and gone, lady, he is dead and gone. At his head a grass green shirt, at his heels a stone.
Hey, but Ophelia,
I pray you, mark. White his shroud as the mountain snow.
alas, look here, my lord.
How do you, pretty lady?
Well, good old you, they say the owl was a baker's daughter.
How long hath she been thus?
I hope all will be well. We must be patient. But I cannot choose but weep that they should lay him in the cold ground. Good night, ladies. Good night, good night. Good night, sweet ladies. Good night.
Horatio, follow her close. Give her good watch. Oh, this is but the poison of deep grief. It springs all from her father's death. Oh, Gertrude, Gertrude, when sorrows come, they come not in single spies, but in battalions. First, her father gone. Next, your son gone. Third, her brother is in secret, come home from France.
Alack, what strange noise is this?
What is the matter?
Save yourself, my lord. The rabble, they cry, choose we, Laertes shall be king. Caps, hands, and tongues applauded to the clouds. Laertes shall be king. Laertes king.
Where is the king? Oh, thou vile king, give me my father!
Calmly, good Laertes.
Where is my father?
Dead.
How came he dead? I'll be revenged most thoroughly for my father.
Good Laertes, I am guiltless of your father's death, and am most sensible in grief for it.
Dear maid, kind sister, sweet Ophelia, oh heavens!
They bore him bare-faced on the fire,
hadst thou thy wits, and didst persuade revenge, it could not move thus.
There's rosemary. That's for remembrance. Pray, love, remember. And there's pansies. That's for thoughts.
A document in madness, thoughts and remembrance fitted.
There's fennel and the columbines. And here's rue for you. Here's some for me. And there's a daisy. I would give you some violets, but they withered all when my father died. They say he made a good end.
Do you see this? Oh God!
Be you content to lend your patience to us, and we shall jointly labor with your soul to give its due content.
Let this be so. His means of death, his obscure funeral, that I must call into question.
It shall be so. And where the offense is, let the great axe fall. I pray you, go with me.
Sailors bring news to Horatio of Hamlet's swift and surprising return from England. When Claudius receives word that Hamlet has returned from England alive, he forms another plan to kill him by encouraging a duel between Hamlet and Laertes.
Now, you must put me in your heart for friend, sit you have heard. For he that hath your noble father slain pursued my life.
So have I, a noble father lost, a sister driven into desperate terms. But my revenge will come!
You shortly shall hear more. I loved your father. How now? What news?
Letters, my lord. From Hamlet, this to your majesty, this to the queen.
From Hamlet. Who brought them?
Tellers, my lord, they say I saw them not. They were given to me by Horatio, who received him of them who brought them.
Laertes, you shall hear them. Leave us. High and mighty, tomorrow I shall beg leave to see your kingly eyes, when I shall recount the sudden and more strange occasion of my return. What should this mean?
I'm lost in it, my lord. But let him come.
He is returned. I will work him to an exploit, under the which he shall not choose but fall. And for his death, no wind of blame shall breathe. Even his mother shall call it accident.
My lord, I would be ruled the rather, if you could devise it so that I might be the organ.
You've been talked of much since your departure, for your skill in defense and for your rapier most especially. Now, out of this...
What out of this, my lord?
What would you undertake to show yourself your father's son indeed more than in words?
I would cut his throat in the church!
And when returned, shall know you are come. We'll put a wager on your heads, so that with ease or with a bit of shuffling, you may choose a sword unabated, and in a passive practice, requite him for your father.
I'll do it! And for that purpose, I'll anoint my sword. I bought an unction so mortal that where it draws blood, nothing can save the thing from death that is but scratched withal. I'll touch my point to this contagion that, if I dull him slightly, it may be death.
This project should have a back or second, soft, flat. I'll have prepared for him a chalice for the nonce, whereon but sip it. If he by chance escape your venom struck, our purpose may hold there. How now, sweet queen?
One woe doth tread upon another's heel, so fast they follow. Your sister's drowned, Laertes.
Drowned? Where?
There grows a willow aslant a brook. There on the pendant boughs, her weedy coronets, clambering to hang, an envious liver broke. And when her weedy trophies and herself fell in the weeping brook, her clothes spread wide, and mermaid-like a while bore her up, which time she chanted snatches of old tunes, like one incapable of her own distress. Yet long it could not be, till that her garments, heavy with their drink, pulled the poor wretch from her melodious lay, to muddy death.
Alas then, she is drowned?
Drowned.
Too much of water hast thou, poor Ophelia, and therefore I forbid my tears. Adieu, my lord. I have a speech of fire that fain would ablaze, but that this folly doubts it.
Let's follow Gertrude. How much I had to do to calm his rage, I fear this may give it start again. Therefore, let's follow.
Hamlet and Horatio arrive at Elsinore Castle and meet a gravedigger. When Ophelia's funeral procession arrives, Hamlet and Laertes fight over who loved her more.
In youth, when I did love, methought it was very sweet to contract all the time for Amity Hall. Methought there was nothing neat, but age with his stealing steps hath caught me in his clutch, and hath shipped me into the land as if I had ne'er been such.
This is a skull now. This skull has lain in the earth 23 years.
Whose was it?
This same skull, sir, was Yorick's skull.
Alas!
The king's jester.
Poor Yorick. Knew him, Horatio, a fellow of infinite jest, a most excellent fancy. Where be your jibes now? Your flashes of merriment that were wont to set the table on a roar. Not one now to mock your own grinning? Quite chapfallen. The queen and the courtiers, who is this that they follow? And with such maven rites, this doth betoken the corpse they follow did with desperate hand foredue its own life. Couch we awhile, and mark.
What ceremony else?
Her obsequies have been as far and large as we have warranties. Her death was doubtful.
Lay her in the earth, and from her fair and unpolluted flesh may violets spring. I tell thee, churlish priest, a ministering angel shalt my sister be, when thou liest howling.
What? The fair Ophelia?
Sweets to the sweet. I hope thou shouldst have been my dear Hamlet's wife. I hope thy bride bed to have decked, sweet maid, and not have strewed thy grave.
Oh, treble woe fall 10 times treble on that cursed head, whose wicked deed thy most ingenious sense deprived thee of. Hold off the earth awhile, till I have caught her once more in mine arms.
Who is this whose grief bears such an emphasis? This is I, Hamlet the Dane.
The devil take thy soul!
I loved Ophelia! 40,000 brothers could not, with all their quantity of love, make up my sum. What wilt thou do for her? Would weep? Would fight? Would fast? Would tear thyself? Eat a crocodile? I'll do it!
I did love you ever, but it is no matter.
Let Hercules himself do what he may. The cat will mew, and dog will have his day.
Follow him, good Horatio. Pray you make haste. An hour of silence shortly shall we see. Till then, in patience our proceeding be.
After Ophelia's funeral, Hamlet tells Horatio how he intercepted the king's letter asking the English to kill him, and instead wrote another requesting the death of Rosencrantz and Guildenstern.
from my cabin. In the dark groped I to find out them. Fingered their packet, and in fine, withdrew to mine own chamber to unseal their grand commission. Where I found Horatio, oh, royal knavery, an exact command that my head should be struck off.
Is it possible?
Here's the commission. Read it at more leisure. But wilt thou hear me how I did proceed?
I beseech you.
I sat me down, devised a new commission, wrote it fair, that on the view and knowing of these contents, he should the bearers put to sudden death.
How is this sealed?
I had my father's signet in my purse, which is the model of that Danish seal.
So, Guildenstern and Rosencrantz go to it.
But I am sorry, good Horatio, that to Laertes I forgot myself. I'll court his favors, but sure, the bravery of his grief did put me into a towering passion.
Peace, who comes here?
Your lordship is right welcome back to Denmark. If your lordship were at leisure, I would impart a thing to you from his majesty.
I will receive it, sir, with all diligence of spirit. Put your bonnet to its right use, 'tis for the head.
I thank your lordship. 'Tis very hot.
No, believe me, 'tis very cold. The wind is northerly.
It is indifferent cold, my lord, indeed. But, my lord, his majesty bade me signify to you that he has laid a great wager on your head. Sir, this is the matter.
I beseech you, remember.
Sir, here is newly come to court Laertes. You are not ignorant of what excellence Laertes is.
I dare not confess that, lest I should compare with him in excellence.
I mean, sir, for his weapon.
What's his weapon?
Rapier and dagger.
That's two of his weapons. But, well.
The king, sir, hath laid that in a dozen passes between yourself and him, he shall not exceed you 3 hits.
Sir, let the foils be brought. The gentleman willing, the king hold his purpose. I will win for him, and I can. If not, I gain nothing but my shame in the odd hits.
I commend my duty to your lordship.
Yours. He does well to commend it himself, for there are no tongues else for his turn.
You will lose this wager, my lord.
I do not think so. Since he went into France, I have been in continual practice. I shall win at the odds.
Nay, good. I will say you are not best.
Not a whit. We defy augury. There's a special providence in the fall of the sparrow. If it be now, 'tis not to come. If it be not to come, it will be now, and if it be not now, yet it will come. The readiness is all.
Come, Hamlet, take this hand from me.
Sir, give me your pardon. I've done you wrong.
Do receive thou for love like love, and will not wrong.
I embrace it freely.
Give them the foils, young Osric. Cousin Hamlet, you know the wager.
Very well, my lord. Your grace hath laid the odds on the weaker side.
I do not fear it. I've seen you both. But since he is bettered, we therefore have odds.
This likes me well. These foils have all a length.
Aye, my good lord.
Set me the stoops of wine upon this table. And you, the judges, bear a wary eye.
Come, sir. Come, my lord. One, no, judgment.
A hit. A very palpable hit.
Well, again. Stay a while.
Give me some drink. Hamlet, here's to thy health. This pearl is thine. Give him the cup.
I'll play this bout first. Set it by the while. Come, sir. Again. Another hit. What say you?
A touch, I must confess.
Our son shall win.
Nay, he's fast and scant of breath. Come, ready, Hamlet. Wipe thy brow.
Good, madam.
Gertrude, do not drink.
I will, my lord. Pardon me.
It is the poisoned cup. It is too late.
I dare not drink yet, madam. By and by.
Come, Hamlet, let me wipe thy brow.
My lord, I'll hit you now. I do not think it. And yet, 'twas almost against my conscience.
Come, Laertes, for the third. You but dally.
Say you so? Come on.
Nothing, neither way.
Have at you now! Part them, they are incensed.
Nay, come again.
Look to the queen there. How?
They bleed on both sides. How is it, my lord?
How is Laertes?
How does the queen?
She swoons to see them bleed.
No, no, the drink, the drink. Oh, my dear Hamlet, the drink, the drink. I am poisoned.
Oh, villainy! Let the doors be locked! Treachery! Seek it out!
It is here, Hamlet. Hamlet, thou art slain. The treacherous instrument is in thy hand, unbaited and envenomed. The foul practice has turned itself on me. Lo, here I lie, never to rise again. Thy mother, dead. I can no more. The king's to blame.
The point, envenomed too. Then venom to thy work!
Treason!
Treason!
Oh, yet defend me, friends. I am but hurt.
Hear me, thou murderess, damned Dane! Drink off this potion. Follow my mother.
He is justly served. It is a poison tampered with itself. Come, exchange forgiveness with me, noble Hamlet. Mine and my father's death fall not upon thee, nor thine on me.
Heaven make thee free of it. I follow thee, wretched queen. Adieu. Horatio, thou livest.
Never believe it. I am more an antique Roman than a Dane. Here's yet some liquor left.
As art a man, give me the cup, Horatio. Oh, good Horatio. In this harsh world, draw thy breath in pains to tell my story. What is this warlike noise?
Young Fortinbras, come with conquest from Poland.
Oh, I die, Horatio. The rest is silence.
Now cracks a noble heart. Farewell, sweet prince, and flights of angels, sing thee to thy rest. Why do the drums come hither?
Where is this sight?
What is it ye would seek? If aught of woe or wonder, cease your search.
O proud death, what feast is toward in thine eternal cell, that so many princes hast at a shot so bloodily hast struck?
The sight is dismal, the ears are senseless that should give us hearing. To tell him his commandment is fulfilled, that Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead. Where should we have our thanks?
Not from his mouth. He never gave commandment for their death. Let me speak to the yet unknowing world how these things came about. So shall you hear of carnal, bloody, and unnatural acts, casual slaughters, accidental judgments. All this can I truly deliver.
Let us haste to hear it. Let four captains bear Hamlet like a soldier to the stage, for he is likely to have proved most royally. Take up the bodies. Such a sight as this comes the field. But here shows much amiss. Go, bid the soldiers shoot.
That is the question.
of troubles and by opposing anthem. To die, to sleep, no more, and by a sleep to say we and the hearting and the thousand natural shocks that flesh is there too. 'Tis a consummation loudly to be wished. To die, to sleep, perchance to dream, aye, there's the rub. For in the sleep of death, what dreams may come, to be or not to be. To be or not to be. To be or not to be. To be or not to be.
What dreams may come when we have shuffled off this mortal coil must give us pause.
There's the calamity that makes so long of life.
For who would bear the whips and scorns of time, the oppressor's wrong, and the proud man's consequence?
The pangs of disprized love, the law's delay, the insolence of office,
And the spurns that patient merit of the unworthy takes, that he himself might his creators make with a bare bodkin.
Who would forward else bear to grunt and sweat under a weary life?
But that the dread of something after death, the undiscovered country, from whose bourne no traveler returns,
puzzles the will, and makes us rather bear those ills we have,
Than fly to others that we know not of. To be or not to be. To be or not to be. To be or not to be. Is dead and gone. To be or not to be. At his heels a stone. To be or not to be. Special providence in the fall of his belly. To be or not to be. Treacherous kindness, murderous, treacherous, treacherous kindness. To be or not to be. Treacherous kindness, murderous, treacherous, treacherous kindness. To be or not to be. Thus conscience does make cowards of us all. Thus the native hue of resolution is sicklied o'er with the pale cast of thought, and enterprises of great pith and moment, with disregard their currents turn around.